Too many people do not go after their goals. What they do is they make excuses for themselves and they do not get ahead. If you want to go ahead and crush it, you got to get over that hurdle. You got to keep moving onward. My name's Nick Tabor. I'm a personal trainer. Videos on this channel have topics I talk about because I've lived through them. You're depressed. It feels weird. You're anxious. You don't know what's going on. It feels weird there, and you've got to keep moving onward. You've got to do bigger, better things. But there's that mental block. It feels like, you're at the edge of a cliff, just like in the thumbnail of this video. It's the edge of a cliff, and you've got to jump over it. You just might do it, but there's that voice in your head. Maybe, like Chucky Finster from Rugrats, maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe it's something that you need to think about. That little man voice that just goes, maybe this is not the best thing to do. What do? You do it anyway. When I was first losing weight, I was at my peak. I was 305 pounds, about 60-something% body fat. Right now, as you can tell, I'm on a bike right now. I'm hauling. I'm not the fastest person on this, but I don't really intend to be. I'm just about 4 miles for every 6 miles right now, and I just still want to keep going and keep going and keep going and then just keep doing it. But, when I was at my peak, I couldn't do this stuff, and I told myself, maybe I'm just meant to be fat. Maybe I'm just meant to do this way. I look at my parents, and they were bigger people at that time. They were the ones that said, maybe you don't set your goals too crazy. Especially my dad, who would say that. And I know it was out of love at that time. At the time, he would say, gotta clue you in this, and that. You're going too fast. Your parents are pilgrims to the planet that we live on right now. When I was growing up, we didn't have the internet. We had the internet when I was a teenager. And, later on when I was a teenager, way out, way later in high school, I didn't even have a cell phone until I was in college. So the access of information that we have to them is like, how do you know all this stuff? How do you figure this out? It's out of love, folks. That's why you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Now, you have that mental hurdle, that mental block, you have that goal. Again, I was at my peak weight, 305 pounds, I'm gonna lose weight. Everybody in my life was coming up. Maybe I'm meant to be a big guy. Maybe I should just be what I could be. Maybe I should just do this. Ooh, I'm risking something too much. No. What we need to do is you need to be able to put it together. Obviously I did. I lost a ton of weight. I lost a lot of weight. I kept moving and I kept getting better. And I did it my own way. I didn't listen to that voice because that little voice was every bit of criticism that got me depressed and got me anxious and got me to where I was. So how did I get over it? How can you get over it? What you can do, you listen to that little man, you hear that little man voice there, you jump over that hurdle. What we do, break all the steps down. So you go back to that thumbnail that we have, you have that guy jumping over the hurdle, jumping over, and you have my face at the end, right? They do here. So what's he got to do? Okay, I've got to run further back. If I try to jump when I'm over the edge, I'll see down. Ooh, anxiousness will fill up. Don't do that. What you got to do, you got to go ahead, get this done, you go back, study it, take your time with it. The first time, you might fall. You're not going to hurt yourself, but you might feel that you're going to fall. So you run. You take that path, you run, and you figure that leap, you go, all right, study it, look at it. Okay, if I leap right there, I'll be fine. Okay, so break all the steps down into little viable steps. First thing I had to do was go to a gym and sign up. I had to pick the right gym. I had to find the right place. I chose a couple of gyms, tried them out, didn't like a few, landed in one that I really enjoyed, and I had my time, I had my fun time. And there it is, but okay, great. Now what do? I've got to pick a machine that I got to start with. Started with a treadmill. All right, did that for a while. Did research. Eventually, I started to learn about diets and things. I became a vegetarian for a while. Very strict vegetarian. Started losing weight. Started doing it. I don't recommend the vegetarian diet for everybody. Actually, in reality, a balanced diet was there, but just as a story, what happened now. Then. Second thing you do, after you've broken it all down, you got over that hurdle, you're going to have that voice that tells you go back. No, you don't go back. You take stock of every single thing, and at this point, you have completed something amazing as you've gotten started. You're over that hurdle, you're doing what you're doing, and you're going to have critics side to side. Ooh, you shouldn't have done that. Over there, it's a lot better. Yeah, but you got to go back over that cliff. You got to go back over that. You got to go way beyond there. It's too late. You got to take stock of everything that you're doing now while you feel good. So I was losing weight. I started feeling a lot better about myself. I was walking to work a lot more, and I was enjoying nature. And I would walk through the cemetery, and the depression went away at that time, and it went, hey, I'm feeling a lot better now, feeling really super strong. And then I had other goals. Number 3, find other goals. Find other stuff you want to do. How are we going to improve? How is the new you going to do that? And every once in a while, look at the old you. The old you will say, hey, we'll creep in there. Remember me? I played it safe. Remember that cheeseburger you used to get? Ooh, that was good. That was tasty. Ooh, that tasted good. Remember that? It doesn't serve the new you anymore. You got to remember that. Find something. I have a picture on my phone of my passport photo that was on my peak. And I look at that photo and you see my eyes. I'm looking at them like this one. I have nothing. I have nothing in there at all. And what do? I look at that and I say, yeah. And my eyes now, I'm wide-eyed. I feel good. And I'm doing this, like I'm just about ready to crack 7 miles on this. And I'm still pumping away, enjoying my time talking to you. That old man in my 20s, not gonna be back there. I'm 35 years old and I'm in the best prime of my life, and I know when I'm 36, I'll be better than I am now, and I know I'm 37, I'll be better than I am at 36, and so on, and so on, and so on. So there we are. That's how you get over that mental hurdle, folks. Enjoy yourselves and do that. There's another video that I'd like you to check out right about here. It's one of those about how to get out of bed. When you're gonna do that, you go ahead, you climb, and enjoy your day. And I'll see you in the next video.